by creating this fake illusion that this is about some sort of division. This is a division that was created in 2006.
All right, hold up. Trying to pull up the Instagram live here now.
About some sort of
There we go.
you know, division. This is a division that was created in 2016 by painting the narrative that I am anti-black, and somehow siding with the wrong people is you being pro-black and for black empowerment, which is not the case. The reason why I became anti-black in this narrative and in the news and in the mainstream is because I stood up against the killing of Colonel Gaddafi, who I don't benefit from. I'm not the family that gained $1 billion from that. So if you want to talk about, black empowerment, there is two types. One is you can say, you can talk about Africa and what happened there, or you can talk about, yes, African American culture. And you know what? Until 2016, when it became fashionable, none of these people were saying that. They were all happy. And in today, the reason why nobody can speak up against the war is because it's not true. This is also what Kanye is saying, that behind that, there's another thing. And, I think that's like really important. And they took me fighting for equality and me making records or going to build schools in Africa out of my story so easily and so quickly. They were able to just turn that shit around and keep painting this narrative about my anti-black. So, how do you do that? How am I anti-black if the first thing I did with my money is go build schools in Africa, not even Sri Lanka? So it's a narrative that was specifically painted in 2016 for the rise of whatever this situation that Kamala Harris and Biden and all of these people were fighting against. It was actually Hillary Clinton that was running at the time, and George Soros. And it's not, yes, you can say, it's about certain narratives have to be built, but they took me out in that process. And they took me out not because I'm a racist white person, or somebody who was anti-black. They took me out because I was a different kind of person talking about oppression, and that narrative is different. I want to say that right is right and wrong is wrong. And, this is about representing all the mums in the world. And I think that sometimes maybe you have to do this in order for them to now it's not about politics. Now it's not about money. It's not about wealth. It's not about power. Like, they have billions of dollars. Everyone's happy. Everyone's wealthy. Everyone's got what they want. Everyone's got the power. Everyone can manipulate news, elections, whatever the outcomes of everything is. Everyone has this. But now it's about a mum and a child. And that is where I am coming from. And when people say to me, hey, why don't you get an immigration lawyer? Who's going to help you? I'm finding it difficult to find one. I'm finding it difficult to find one who is not afraid of money and who can make decisions like King Solomon, on what is right, not who has the most money. And that's the difference, because we have let human beings become like this over the last 5 years or 10 years and think it's okay for their behavior to constantly choose and make these decisions, at the same time preaching to us to be better people, be conscious, be environmentally friendly. You know, we must save people, let's vaccinate them like we care. While they're doing this hypocritical bullshit chat, their decisions are 100% always made by money. And this is why, and money and power, and this is why it's important to even educate them. It's even to break through the greed and the ignorance, because, and if I'm using my situation to explore this and explore these ideas, then fine. So yes, sometimes we need people in these places, whether there's lawyers and immigration people or whatever, who can make decisions based on just people, families, children, mums. So that is why I'm here today. My camera is turned green, is Matangi moding.
I mean, say something though now.
Anyway, thank you all for joining. And I want to say that yes, from personal experience, I can only speak from personal experience, and I'm not um, guessing things. I've been going through this for 14 years. I think I know what I'm talking about. And yes, on the timeline, the shit that changes is events in history. And, you know, the events that determined what I went through in 2014 are slightly more intense today. And
Do y'all understand why I said we need an
but
interview?
it's
Because
much
she is
clearer.
rambling. But she wants her child, so I'm empathetic.
My camera is going, and I'm gonna buy a new phone right now. But the phone that I have is banned. It was banned all over the world because iPhone banned it. So I can't get it fixed anywhere. I am gonna buy an Indian phone and call you back.
Okay, so I just wanted to catch as much of that as I could. A subscriber, well, several of you guys got in my DMs and was like, "Hey, she's live." So I don't know what she was talking about. But from what I gathered, apparently part of her cancellation back in the day is that a narrative was made up that she was anti-black and that she was racist. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I just remember her disappearing. All right. But if you just to remind you, because we went live about this earlier, she's trying to get back to the States, if I'm not mistaken, to get near her child, to get, to actually see her child. So I'm gonna leave that there. I just wanted to capture as much of that as we could. Okay. We're gonna come right back in 10 minutes because we got to talk about Jonathan Majors. That old black nigga. That old black nigga. All right. Two more women that came out and say he was tossing and turning no worse than Ike was doing Tina. They say that he was performing them back alley abortions in his bedroom and giving them hoes the deletus fetus. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you all later.